Okay, well, my father, Vincent Joseph Wilson, was born to his father, Vincent Joseph Wilson Sr., in about 1922, around 1922. Uh, he went to Georgetown University for a year or two before the Second World War started.
Oh,
When the Second World War started, he married my mother and he went into the Army Air Corps. The Air Force didn't exist then. He went into the Army Air Corps and he was a navigator because he didn't have perfect vision, so he couldn't fly. He was a navigator and he flew for the Air Transport Command, which was people that flew new airplanes to where they were going and brought the ones that were beat up back so they could be repaired. And the new airplanes hadn't been broken in or anything, so they had a lot of problems with them going. And the ones that were all shot up, they had a lot of problems with those coming back. When the war was over, he left the Army Air Force and he went to Tempe, University of Arizona at Tempe, for the final 2 years of his bachelor's. Then he went to Stanford University in California for his master's degree. And then he went to Harvard University for his PhD. And they were all in English. And he was the head of the English department at Mitchell College in New London, Connecticut. In 1957 or 58, he came to the Washington metropolitan area and he began work for the NSA, National Security Administration. I don't know if we want to talk about that too much, but he worked for NSA. He worked for NSA from 1958 until 1972 or 73, until he was able to retire. When he retired, he was special assistant to the director of National Security Agency, a man named Frank Rowlett, who was one of the people who broke the Enigma code in the Second World War. He always worked with children, helping them try to read. He wrote all these books so that people would be able to know the things that were in them, but wouldn't have to take a lot of time reading them. I mean, because a lot of times you have to be a certain number of pages for a publisher to want you. In my father's case, he wanted a biography to be 900 words or less. And he wanted to get it done in 900 words. And, or sometimes more in the book that you're translating. It's not one page for each person. But so he was an avid supporter of civil rights. He was an independent in his voting, but he mostly voted Democratic. He liked Adlai Stevenson. We don't have anything to do with it. He was beaten by Eisenhower twice. He liked John Kennedy. He believed in the Equal Rights Amendment. He had as little prejudice as anybody I know about race or religion. And that's about it. He was a really great father.